Hello, my friends. This is the video that I made on Palantir on November the 4th, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $207.18. And this was the point right after they published their earnings report, when the price had a very substantial movement to the upside and a very harsh rejection. And at this point, my main assumption was that as long as this bottom holds, we have to retest, first of all, the level of $171.3. And depending on the reaction, and I was expecting that this asset should break this level. Well, I was expecting the breakout with the second attempt. And when it happens, the next point of control will be somewhere around $143.57, its previous swing low. And guys, take a look right here. We were at, wait a second, at 207 somewhere here dollars mark. And since I made my previous video, this asset went lower. It retested this level. It dropped 14% within just 3 days right after I made my previous video, and it retested this level for the first time. Then it had a bounce to the upside, and for now it is retesting it again. And I believe, guys, that this asset will break it to the downside within the next several days, or maybe a week at most. And this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to receive this type of forecast on your particular ticker symbols pretty much on a daily basis, and if you want to receive the call to actions, and if you want to know my personal trades, you can join my Patreon with a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee offer. And the only thing that you have to do is just to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my safe haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So guys, and on today's video I will show you what news was the catalyst for its previous price action and what should we expect next in the upcoming weeks. And let's begin with the general sentiment related to Palantir stock. First of all, I want to pay attention to the news that was published just recently, and one of the most recent news that definitely had substantial consequences for Palantir is this one. Let me show you this in details. Michael Burry, the famed investor behind The Big Short, made a bet against Palantir. And let me show you that he bet on Palantir and on Nvidia that these two stocks will go lower. And here's some breakdown of his position. Shanaka Alston Pereira wrote this on November 13. And by the way, Michael Burry made this bet on, I believe, at this point, just a couple of days ago, on November 11th. And right after this, Palantir went lower. I don't want to tell you that this was the main catalyst, but it was enough to ignite this substantial sell-off. And let me show you some details about his position. Bearish final warning. The 2.9 million bet that ends Silicon Valley. The man who called 2008 while Wall Street lost walked away from public markets forever. Michael Burry didn't just short Palantir, he executed the most asymmetric trade in financial history. $9.2 million for the right to collect $240 million when AI collapses. That's 2.6,000% returns when the bubble pops. And guys, I have to admit that $9.2 million is not the biggest bet, and it cannot drive the price of Palantir, of multi-billion-dollar company Palantir that has a market cap of $410 billion. This type of tiny bet cannot drive the price, but the name of Michael Burry himself drove this to the level of support, and that is how market reacts on a certain news. It can definitely overreact it, but in my opinion, guys, this movement was 100% predictable, and I told you in my videos that if we have completed all waves to this top, and I had a pretty much confirmation on my previous video with this substantial sell-off, this means we have to see the cool down that should unload a lot of indicators and a lot of parameters of the stock in order to hit higher targets. On top of that, let me show you that some institutional investors, you can see it on the most recent filings, some institutional investors cut their positions in Palantir or completely closed it, and you can see it on its most recent filings on the so-called smart money investors list. And all these news combined makes me thinking that the retracement didn't come to its end. That is why we have to see some kind of trend continuation. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let me explain you where we are on the price chart on a bigger scale. You can see this top of the fifth wave right here, and this is the top of its highest, so far the biggest scale of its movement. And let's zoom out to, let's say, daily time frame, and I have to admit that according to this breakdown we potentially completed all 5 waves, but it is nothing else but 2 waves on a bigger scale. And if so, guys, we can definitely see a substantial retracement. Let me show you. If I pull FIBA retracement tool from this top to this bottom, from this bottom to this top, something like this, we might land at quite lower levels. I believe that the levels of even $81 are on the table, but it will not be a substantial decline and harsh sell-off in this asset. I have to admit that, well, I can be completely wrong, and we might have different counts on this movement, but I want to tell you that I'm a long-term bull on Palantir, and I believe that right after this retracement happens, we have to see another leg to the upside, and that is why, guys, I don't sell even a single share of Palantir. I hold it for a long period of time. So, and let's zoom in to a smaller time frame. What should we expect next in the upcoming week? I believe that this level of $171 should be broken, and in this case, guys, we will see the first A, B and C correction waves to the downside that will be just a part of the beginning of new retracement. Then we will have another bounce to the upside to some higher price targets. It is just a blueprint, it is not the real price target. And then we will have potentially another leg to the downside, and this leg might be well, quite interesting. I prefer to do one step at a time. We might see this type of movement, then another leg to the upside, or this movement to the downside will be much more substantial and we will see the trend continuation. For now, guys, the most important part is this C wave, and that is why, guys, let's focus on it. And what should we expect next? If this level breaks in the upcoming week, we might anticipate its price target, and let me show you how deep it can go. If I pull FIBA extension tool from this top to this bottom and to the top of the retracement, we have one-to-one extension as the most common price target for the C wave projected from the length of the A wave. And guys, take a look right here. It is exactly the same level that this asset hit back in August of this year, and it can be a level of support. This means I believe in the well, let's say by the end of November or at the very beginning of December, it can hit this level of $143.2. That is why, guys, be cautious with your long position. The trend in a short-term perspective is bearish, but in the long-term perspective, it is just a retracement on its path to much higher price targets. That is why, guys, if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys until next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.